Hi guys, today I'm going to tell you about Class Dojo. And Class Dojo is a site that has several purposes. I can envision an American classroom using it sort of like a classroom Facebook where the parents can log in and see progress on how their students are performing. For me, I use it just to track the student participation. 10% of my university students' grade is participation in class activities and their attitude while they're participating. So I need to have some evidence to back up why Sumin got a 5 on her participation grade and her friend Jayin got a 10. So Sumin's saying, why do I have a B and Jamin has an A? Well, I can say, Jamin had great participation. Look at my records of all these activity days where she had a smile on her face, she was helping her friends, she spoke loudly and clearly during the activities, and you were texting during class, you were sleeping in class. So I can really justify the grades that I give the students. A lot of times at the end of the year, when we're coming down to A, B, or C, a little bit of points makes a difference. And so if you have 5 points participation or 10 points participation, that's the difference between a B and an A. That's the difference between a C and a B. And as you can guess, the students get pretty worked up about their grades and why did my friend get a higher grade than I did? So I really have to back up what I say with some evidence. So for me, this is how I use this, but I can see it would work probably a little bit differently in an American school. The first thing you want to do is pick your school. Now, I went in and found mine, but if you want to change school, you can search for your school. And I was really surprised that my school, the Catholic University of Daegu, happened to be on here. So there are many, many schools. I think your school is probably on here. So you go in and find your school, and then sometimes your school, other people at your school will use this site as well. If nobody does, like the case in my school, you can become a mentor. We're not going to talk about that today, but it's a possible option. Or maybe your school already has a mentor and it's someone you know who you can talk to about various ways that you can use this in your class as well. If you want to, what you can do is add a class. We can name it FHSU, and we're going to select the grade. What grade should we be? Let's be second graders, guys. It'll be fun. Okay, so we're going to add class. And then using the school directory, you can type the student's name. Now, I'm not going to actually do this because we don't actually have a student directory, and we don't really need to do that. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to look at this demo class today because the demo class can really demonstrate the purposes I want to show you. So you can see the whole class, the class as a whole, and that's how many points the students have for positive skills and for needs work. And the skills in the demo class are just here. On task, participating, persistence, teamwork, working hard, activity participation. Now, let's say that I don't like one of the skills. I think persistence and working hard are kind of the same thing. So I'm going to edit the skill. I'm going to go to student, let's see, Justin, and I'm going to edit skill, and then I'm going to edit this skill for persistence. And I don't like it, so I'm going to delete it. If I want to rename it to something else, I could just rename it, but I just want to get it out of there, so we're going to delete it. And maybe, let's say, I have another skill for teamwork is kind of helping others. But I can add a skill also. We'll say teamwork. Oh, helping others. Okay, so out of edit skill mode, and we are back here to Justin. Now, I selected one student, Justin, to look at him a little more closely, and I can view his points, I can add a photo, I can add a post, or I can go here to this tab that is View Justin's Story, and this has a little bit of more a summary of Justin. This is why I said it's like Facebook, and you can invite Justin's parents so that they can view what's going on with Justin in the classroom. You can show photos, and another thing that's really useful for this is the messages. You can see the example messages. Don't forget, school ends at 12 p.m. tomorrow, and you can see it is seen by 10 parents. So it really allows you to send a group message to all the parents in your classroom and have them have you be notified if they are checking it or not. So it can be a really useful tool for communicating with parents. As I said, I don't really use it for that because it is not, as university students, they don't have parent involvement at the same way that a grade school or high school or middle school student would. So I just use it to cover my bases when I'm making my participation grades, to have a way that I can save the student profile that's in English, where I can track the student's progress in an easy, just couple clicks up and down points, to help me have a way to justify my participation grades. But it's a pretty cool technology, and I imagine that it could be very useful if I were in a situation where I needed to interact with parents and have them be communicating with me more regularly. Well, I hope you guys check out Class Dojo, and thanks for watching.